Last night was the presidential election, and Barack Obama was elected the 45th president of the United States. Now, I'm absolutely disgusted by this because I didn't think he had a chance to become president, but obviously the networks got it all wrong. They got it all wrong. He's the president, and at the end of the day, we can't do nothing about it of him being president. You know, it just wasn't meant to be. But I'm gonna tell you this. I'm gonna tell you this. We as black people got to unite together. You got to stop all of this infighting, all of this attacking each other, all this attacking each other because you have lighter skin than you're black. You're black than another black person. So what? At the end of the day, you are still black. And at the end of the day, they don't like you regardless because of that. Okay? And this nonsense about, that people will say, well, if black people, if we create our own businesses, if we create our own towns, that's being racist, that's hating white people. First of all, I never said anything about telling people to go out there and hate on white folks or beat up white folks. All I said is, as we as black people need to create our own businesses, our own banks, our own towns, which Chinese people had their own towns, African people had their own towns, Latinos had their own towns, Asian people had their own towns, um, Hispanics had their own towns, Italian people had their own towns. At the end of that's what it is. It has nothing to do with being racist towards any other group of people. It's we need to have towns for ourselves and have our own culture. But we go and support everybody else. And I'm not telling people you should go out there and not support anybody else and hate everybody else. No, I'm not telling you to do that. But I'm saying you need to have some pride and say, you know what, we need to fix our community. We need to, rebuild our communities. Okay, they talking about the city being gentrified by white folks. Well, we need to gentrify our own cities. We need to create stores out there. We need to rebuild our homes. We need to rebuild them. That's what we need to do. This country was built off of the backs and the strengths of black people, and we're letting, you know, and we're letting it crumble down, and we're letting it gentrify, and the white people are moving into our towns and taking over, just like these ghettos up here in our city. We need to remodel these ghettos. We need to fix these ghettos and these hoods. Okay, we need to have our own police department. We need to have our own neighborhood watch. Okay, and let me tell you something. And the people that are, going around Uncle Tommen for, these people that don't care about us, you know what? We need to leave them behind because they're not a part of us. Okay, they're more dangerous than racist people, and I'm telling you the truth. They're more dangerous than racist people. The people like Stacey Dash and everybody else, and Raven Simone's in the other world and the other coons out there, they're gonna get their wake up call. Okay, I saw Amarosa up there, celebrating Donald Trump's victory. You know, she's gonna get her wake up call too. And when they get their wake up call, oh, Sheriff Clark, he's gonna get his. Um, the Larry Elders of the world, the Jesse Lee Petersons of the world, their time is gonna come, and then they're gonna be wanting to come back home because. And I'm not saying that you should dislike every white person. I'm not saying that, but to sit there and sell out your own race to please white folks that that don't care about you, no, that's more dangerous than a racist white person. Because at the end of the day, a racist white person will let you know how they feel. I'd rather deal with a racist white person than deal with a backstabbing coon any day of the week. Because a racist white person gonna tell you how he feels. At least I know what I'm dealing with. So we need to start unifying, creating our own businesses, rebuilding our own communities, and stop asking for outside sources to help us. We need to help our own. Black people do have a lot of money, but at the end of the day, we can't keep our money in our pockets. We got to go out and we got to spend. You're going to stores, you're supporting stores that are supporting killings, unjustified killings of unarmed black people. Okay? And the way to hurt them and the way to send a message is to boycott. It is to boycott everything. Boycott the WalMarts, boycott the banks, the Wells Fargo, boycott Black Friday. That's what you need to do, but people don't want to do that. And when you have people saying you should boycott, you got people getting upset saying, "You're telling me I can't visit my family on holidays. You're telling me not to have to not see my family on Thanksgiving. You're telling me to boycott holidays, not to have a tree." Uh, you know, I never said don't spend time with your families. Never said that. But at the end of the day, if you watch other videos on Prism TV, at the end of the day, Thanksgiving is nothing for black people to be celebrating. 4th of July is nothing for black people to be celebrating if you do your research. That, I mean, that's just the way it is. But, we got to stop this fear because a lot of people they were so upset. And I get that you're upset and you have a right to be upset. But don't get upset to the point that you want to give up on life. I've seen people on my Facebook timeline wanting to give up on life. Just say, you know what? I don't want to be here no more. And I know it's shocking. But at the end of the day, you got to live your life. You can't, you got to live your life. You got to take care of your family. You got to pay your bills. You got to pay your mortgage at the first of the month. You gotta, but we have to tighten up as a unit. And that's the only thing I'm saying. We gotta tighten up as a unit and stop attacking each other over stupid stuff about what kind of clothes you got on. Yeah, stop attacking each other. And that's the problem. But you don't attack other groups of people when they're doing something wrong. You don't attack them, but you're quick to attack your own. But some of you will sit there and kiss up to them like they can do no wrong. And I'm not saying everybody. So that's all I have to say on that. Donald Trump is a new president, whether we like it or not. We still have to live our own life. And we still, black people, need to unify now more than ever. Leave a comment and subscribe.